The Azerbaijan Grand Prix should have been the weekend McLaren sealed its authority over Formula One. Instead, it became the stage for one of the most shocking collapses of Oscar Piastri's career. A jump start, an anti-stall, and two devastating crashes, one in qualifying and one on lap 1 of the race, destroyed his record-breaking consistency and allowed Max Verstappen to claw his way back into the title fight. For a driver who has built his reputation on calm, surgical precision, this was a meltdown that nobody saw coming. But the story doesn't end there. Inside McLaren, questions are now mounting. Is the team truly united, or are we witnessing the first cracks in a rivalry that could split the garage in two? Mark Webber, Piastri's manager and mentor, has gone public with a declaration that will only intensify the pressure, stating bluntly that Piastri must be the man to win the 2025 World Championship. This isn't just about redemption in Singapore or the races ahead. This is about a battle of legacies, Norris versus Piastri, with Verstappen circling like a shark. And if you want to understand why this could reshape the entire championship, make sure to subscribe right now, because what's unfolding inside McLaren is far bigger than just one bad weekend. Oscar Piastri's disastrous Baku weekend is not just another racing mishap. It's the kind of collapse that can alter the entire trajectory of a Formula One season. For months, Piastri had looked like the embodiment of composure, a young driver who seemed immune to the psychological warfare and relentless intensity of a championship fight. His 34-race streak of points finishes had become the symbol of his reliability, a streak that cemented him as the man to beat in 2025. But in Azerbaijan, all of that evaporated in the blink of an eye, leaving behind a trail of shattered carbon fiber, lost points, and dangerous new narratives about whether Piastri truly has the steel to carry McLaren's championship hopes on his shoulders. It began on Saturday when Piastri made a rare but costly error in qualifying. Pushing hard in the final stages, he locked up and slid into the barriers at turn 3. The crash left him stranded on the 5th row of the grid in 9th place, far from where a championship leader wants to be. But what made this moment stand out was not just the mistake. It was the fact that Piastri had made almost no unforced errors like this in his short but brilliant F1 career. It was an omen, one that hinted this would not be a normal weekend. Then came Sunday, and with it, disaster on multiple fronts. As the lights went out, Piastri jumped the start, triggering an automatic 5-second penalty. But the real sting came a split second later when his McLaren dropped into anti-stall as he tried to recover, shoving him backwards through the field before he even reached turn 1. And then on that very first lap, the nightmare was complete. Braking late into turn 5, Piastri locked up, slid helplessly in dirty air, and smashed into the barriers. Just like that, his race was over, his first retirement since his rookie season, his first true implosion in Formula One. Piastri didn't sugarcoat it afterwards. He admitted his mistakes, calling it a messy weekend and taking full responsibility for the errors. I judged it wrong. A stupid mistake. Frustrating, of course, but we're all human, he told the press. It was refreshingly honest, but it doesn't change the cold reality. When you're leading the World Championship, one bad weekend can carry consequences that ripple far beyond the checkered flag. Because this wasn't just about one driver losing his cool, it reshaped the entire championship fight. Max Verstappen, previously trailing at arm's length, suddenly had the door thrown wide open. His back-to-back victories have dragged him back into the conversation, closing the gap to within 69 points. And while on paper that still looks like a mountain to climb, anyone who's watched Formula One knows better than to count him out. This is a man who thrives when others falter, and Baku has given him exactly what he needed. Blood in the water. For Lando Norris, meanwhile, the picture is more complicated. The Brit had his own underwhelming weekend, only managing 7th place, meaning he failed to deliver the maximum damage to his teammates' title hopes. But the broader narrative is clear. Norris and Piastri are locked in a duel for the 2025 crown, with Verstappen circling, waiting to exploit every slip. For Piastri, Webber's words are both support and pressure. On one side, they show strong belief from someone who understands Formula One better than most. On the other, they put extra weight on his shoulders. Now, for fans and media, anything less than the title could be seen as falling short. For Norris, the situation is just as challenging. Imagine being McLaren's trusted driver for years, leading the team through its tough rebuild, only to hear that your teammate is being pushed as the main contender. Webber's words may add more fire to an already growing rivalry inside McLaren. Team boss Andrea Stella has worked hard to keep balance, but Formula One is not only about speed and engineering, it's also about mindset. A small spark can quickly grow into something bigger. Stella tried to cool things down after Baku. He said it was a rare off weekend for Piastri in what has otherwise been a brilliant season. He reminded everyone that even the greatest champions have races where nothing goes right. And he's right. What defines a champion is not avoiding mistakes, but how quickly they recover from them. So now the big question is this: will Piastri bounce back right away, or was Baku the start of something worse? The championship standings show how close it really is. 7 races remain, 3 sprint weekends, a total of 199 points still available. Piastri leads with 324. Norris is on 299. Verstappen sits at 255 and is closing fast. Yes, Russell and Leclerc are still mathematically in the fight, but the real battle is between 3 drivers. The gap between Piastri and Norris is just 25 points, basically the difference of a single win. And with Verstappen's pace, there is no room left for mistakes. Next comes Singapore. Last year, Norris won there while Piastri finished 3rd. This season, the race will be a huge test. If Piastri wins, the story of Baku may quickly be forgotten. If he struggles again, momentum could swing away from him. Right now, Piastri still looks like the favorite. His speed, his calm approach, and his race intelligence have carried him this far. One bad weekend doesn't erase that. But Formula One is all about timing, and in this fight, the timing is critical. So here's what matters most. Can Piastri show that he is ready to handle the pressure and deliver when it counts? Or will Norris and Verstappen find an opening and turn the title battle on its head? One more mistake, one unlucky crash, or one penalty could flip the entire championship in a heartbeat. That's how fine the margins are at the very top of Formula One. Momentum will decide everything. Whoever takes control now, Piastri, Norris, or Verstappen, could carry it all the way to Abu Dhabi. The season won't just decide who wins a trophy. It will shape careers, rewrite reputations, and set the stage for the next great chapter in Formula One.